Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a different video. I'm doing how I meal plan and like make my weekly meal plan and grocery list. I didn't feel like vlogging this week, to be honest. I usually don't this week. It's the week before I start my period and I'm just low on energy this week, and yeah, just did not feel like doing a vlog. So I thought I would do something different and share with you how I meal plan, how I make my meal plan and all that. I've also been getting questions on this. I have, I think, 2 videos that I've done previously showing how I meal plan, but they are like really old. I think one of them is from probably 2018 when I was using the Happy Planner. And then the other one, I was sent a meal planner and I used that until it was done, like for a whole year. And then I decided to make my own meal planners because nothing was ever perfect for me and exactly what I wanted. So I have these up on Etsy if you're interested. They've been up there for probably a year or 2 now. And I use it every week. I have a different version. This one that you see most often in my grocery hauls is actually not up on my Etsy. I put it up there for a little bit and then I took it down because I wasn't happy with it. I'm kind of picky. And then I don't think I ever put this freezer inventory up there, but I use this now too. If you're interested in those, let me know and I can get those up on my Etsy as well. But this one comes, I think it's $5, and you get all 4 of these pages. You get this weekly meal planner that has breakfast, lunch, dinner. None of the days are labeled because everybody's different. Not everybody starts their meal plan on the same day. I like to start mine on Fridays because I go grocery shopping on Fridays. That's payday. It just makes sense to me to start my meal plan on a Friday. So I was always like crossing it out, whatever. But then you can do it. You can start with Sunday, you can start with Saturday, you can start with Tuesday if you go grocery shopping on Tuesday. However you want to do it, you can do it that way. And then I've got a space over here for freezer stuff. You can write down everything you have in your freezer. And then I have things to use up ASAP, and then some ideas for snacks and desserts at the bottom. So that's one sheet. And then we also have this one. It's just simple. You can hang this on the fridge. It's got dinners this week. Again, the dates aren't labeled, but you could check them off as you go because I have these little bubbles. Or you could put like an M for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you know, whatever you want to do. There's little bubbles there. And then on this side, I put all out of. So you could just like throughout the week, if you run out of something, like write it on there if you have this hang on the fridge. I've always been meaning to laminate one of these and then you could just like dry erase and then have just a laminated copy. But I haven't done that. Every time I have my laminator out, I forget. And then there's this one. This is similar to the first one. It just has dinners over here though, not breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Still has snacks and desserts at the bottom. And then we just have a grocery list separated by category: produce, meat, dairy, freezer, dry goods, and non-food. So that will be linked down below if you're interested in it. I'm going to use, of course, the grocery list today. And then I think I will use that first one that I showed you that has breakfast, lunch, dinner. The freezer section I'm not really going to use because I have my other freezer inventory sheet. I will use like probably the rest of it. So I'm going to turn the camera down to kind of show you what I'm doing. Okay, so whenever I'm meal planning, step number 1 for me is always going to be to check my freezer to see what I have on hand, because I'm always going to shop from this first so that I don't have to buy very much meat. Like, my goal is to buy as little meat from week to week as possible. I buy most of my meat in bulk at Sam's Club. So to figure out what I have in my freezer, what I typically just do is look at my meal plan from the week. This is not actually the one from this week. That was last week's. This is the one that we had this week. And I know this meal, we actually did breast because Aldi was out of chicken thighs. So I did breast with that. So we had burgers, corn, and baked beans. So I can go over here to ground beef and erase one of those. You could write in pencil. I like to use erasable pens. These are the Pilot friction pens. I love these. I have them in like every color, and I do like everything in Pilot erasable pens. When I have to write a check to pay the rent, I have to like find a regular pen because I don't want to obviously use an erasable pen to write a check. But yeah, love these. There's like the clicky ones, and then these are like a marker one. Any of them I love. So we had burgers. I used the chicken breast for that. So that means we're out of chicken breast now. I'm trying not to go to Sam's Club this week. See if I can make it one more week without going to Sam's Club. We also don't have any boneless thighs. Country fried steak. That was not with this cube steak. That was like a frozen thing that's not even on here. Crock-pot butter steak. That used a stew meat. So we're out of stew meat. Tacos, cilantro lime rice, and black beans. That used a ground beef. And then orange chicken. I didn't even have that on here. That was like Trader Joe's orange chicken. And then pizza and salad. That used up this diced ham that's in the freezer. And both of these pizza doughs that were in the freezer. And then I know this week, I don't think I wrote it on here. No, but we did have grilled cheese with black bean soup. Or not grilled cheese. Cheese quesadillas with black bean soup this week. So I can go ahead and erase one of those. So we don't have a lot in the freezer to work with. We have 4 pounds of ground beef. We have 2 things of cube steak. We have 1 thing of bone-in chicken thighs. 2 things of pork chops. A thing of smoked sausage. A thing of little smokies. We don't have any ground sausage. 3 things of bacon. 2 things of tilapia, a thing of salmon, 2 things of shrimp, more black bean soup, nacho cheese, and a thing of pulled pork. So not a lot, but definitely enough to get us through this week. I might end up buying some chicken breast or chicken thighs at Aldi. 1, it's cheaper there than Sam's Club right now, and 2, I kind of like to have chicken during the week, and the only one we have is this bone-in thigh. So I know this is what the meat that I have to work with is. And then I'm gonna check my fridge and like my potatoes and stuff and see what I have over there that I need to use up. And that's what I'm gonna write down here in this things to use up ASAP. I know I have some potatoes. In the fridge, I know I have some limes. But that is pretty much it for what I have on hand that like really needs to be used up fast. I'm always looking at my produce, if I have a lot of sour cream, if there's some sort of bread that I need to use up, those kinds of things. I want to make sure I use in a recipe. So we're starting with potatoes and limes that need to be used up. All right, then I can start kind of looking at recipes. People always ask me where I find my recipes. I usually find my recipes on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, or just my cookbooks. I just kind of look and save things throughout the week that I think I want to try. So I can go, you can like save a post on Instagram. So I'm scrolling through. I haven't really saved anything on Instagram recently, it doesn't look like. Here's one. Okay, so this one I saved. It is a taco skillet meal. I can't remember if I made this one or not. I think I did make this one before. But that's kind of what I do. I look at things that I might have saved. Like I have a whole collection just called food on Instagram. of things that I've saved, so I could go, okay, cube steak. I've got cube steak. Do I want to make this? Chicken fried steak. We could probably do that. We've got one pot chicken Caesar pasta. But yeah, I just kind of go through the recipes that I've saved this week. I always try to try like 3 new recipes a week to kind of keep it interesting for the video, keep it interesting for my family, keep it interesting for me as I'm cooking. I don't like to cook the same things over and over again, so I'm usually trying to try a couple new recipes a week. So as I said, I'm going to start on Friday. I also like to go through my thing and make sure if I have any events coming up that those are on here as well. This will be Friday, nothing going on except for we're going to our friend's house. So I usually try to do something pretty easy on that day. Then we have Saturday, Sunday. Monday is karate. Monday is also Andy and I's anniversary. But I don't know if he's going to be off that day. On karate days, I typically try to do like a crock pot meal. But it's our anniversary, so I might try to make something for our anniversary. We're gonna see. We might celebrate our anniversary on a different day when he is off, and then I will cook for that. Tuesday, the kids have an eye doctor appointment, and we're gonna go to Trader Joe's that day, so we might pick up something easy at Trader Joe's. I'll have to keep that in mind. Then we have Thursday, which will be when we go to our friend's house again, and then, no, I forgot Wednesday. Wednesday, and then Thursday will be when we go to our friends. So I'll just put stars for Playdate Day. We're usually at their house until nearly 5 o'clock, so I usually like to do pretty easy things on those days. So we're going to look and see what we could make. We could make something with smoked sausage. I have 1 smoked sausage left and those potatoes, so I could do like a smoked sausage and potato sheet pan dinner. Probably with green beans. And I do a lot of like abbreviations. GB, green beans. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through and kind of figure out what we want. I know I could probably do like a cube steak dinner in the crock pot. That could probably be good. So I'm gonna write that. I think I have one. I'm gonna search for it on Pinterest. One that I have made before. Let's see, cube steak, easy crock pot cube steak and gravy over egg noodles. So we'll put that on Monday. CPs for crock pot. Whatever day we celebrate our anniversary, I know I want to make steak. I'm just gonna put that on Wednesday. We'll do steak, which I will need to get, so I will go ahead and add that to my grocery list. Steak. And then I have this shrimp and scallop thing that I picked up at Aldi like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Shrimp and scallops. Probably salad. And rice, because Andy loves rice. Super easy. That leaves me with trying to probably make some new things. I'm starting to fill out the menu here. So I'm gonna see what I've pinned on Pinterest recently, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I didn't find anything on Pinterest that I'd pinned recently that I wanted to try, but I did go back to my TikTok. I have a collection on TikTok called Food, and I scrolled back a little bit and found this one pot dinner that I haven't made yet. I love this girl. I will have her page linked down below, but she posted this back in November, and I probably had it saved since then and haven't made it. It's chicken and rice and broccoli and spinach. It's like a super simple like one pot dinner. So I'm going to put that on Saturday night. What are we gonna call this? Creamy chicken and rice one pot dinner. Creamy chicken and rice one pot dinner. And it has like cottage cheese in it too, but you like blend up the cottage cheese. So yeah, hold on, what did that say? Chicken and broccoli recipe. That's just like a suggested thing. I don't think she had a name for it. But yeah. So we're gonna try that one. That'll be a new recipe that we're trying this week. So what do we have on here? We have some smoked sausage, we have chicken, we have cube steak, we have steak with shrimp and scallops. I try to make sure we have like a mixture of meats and stuff, just to have variety. I like variety. So I know Tuesday we're going to the eye doctor and we'll go to Trader Joe's. So I'm gonna plan to pick up some pot stickers and we could have fried rice and pot stickers. Oop. That's easy, but we need some more new things to try because the only new thing is this. So let's see what else I can find. Okay, so I know I have some tilapia and I remember that I had that lime that I wrote down that I needed to use up. So I literally went to Pinterest and typed in tilapia lime and found this recipe for chili lime tilapia in the air fryer, which you could also do it in the oven, but I'm definitely going to do it in the air fryer. It looks delicious. So I'm gonna do that and probably some cilantro lime rice and black beans. So chili, lime, tilapia, cilantro lime rice, and black beans. I love pairing something that's new, like the tilapia, with something that I've made many times, like the cilantro lime rice and black beans. That's easy, so I can focus most of my attention on the chili lime tilapia. If it's not going to be like a one pot meal or something, I like to make the sides be something that I have experience making and it's super easy for me to do. Again, so I can focus on that new thing. Alright, so that leaves us with one more meal. We've got smoked sausage, chicken and rice, tilapia, cube steak and gravy, pot stickers, steak. So we could either do something else, chicken, or maybe like ground beef. So I'm gonna see what I can find and I'll be right back. Okay, so I didn't find something new, but I saw something else on Pinterest and it just reminded me of this recipe and I haven't made it in a while. It's called Italian crescent bake. Did I spell that right? Italian crescent bake. And we'll do that with salad. It's got like the crescent dough and like spaghetti sauce and meat and mozzarella cheese. And it's shaped like a pie and you bake it and then we'll have salad on the side of that. I saw something else made of crescent dough. It was probably like a cheeseburger thing, but it made me want the Italian crescent bake. Not a new recipe, but something I don't make very often and it's delicious. So we've got our dinners covered and I like to keep it really easy for lunches. Leftovers. I always write that, and that covers us for most of the days. Leftovers. We will probably do some quesadillas with more black bean soup. I'm trying to really use up that black bean soup that's in the freezer. And then another favorite is DIY Lunchables. And then just sandwiches. For breakfast, I have been doing cottage cheese toast with egg and fruit. The kids' usual is some toast and fruit and yogurt. And then say Andy's off again one day this week, I will do breakfast pizza if Aldi has it again. If not, probably like some English muffins. Like egg McMuffins, like McDonald's. Egg McMuffins. And then just repeat. He's good on breakfast burritos. That's what he takes to work every day, is breakfast burritos. I will need to make those in the next like week or two. After I go to Sam's Club, I will make those. Snacks and dessert. Maybe I'll get some ice cream. We usually just like eat what we have on hand. Trail mix. Fruit. And my handwriting is getting very sloppy. Peanut butter. Peanut butter and crackers. Cheese and crackers. And then like turkey sticks. My handwriting has really gotten sloppy towards the end here. But that is what our meal plan looks like. And now I will do my grocery list. I'm not going to show y'all all of this. I will need to go through the cabinets a little bit and kind of like make sure I'm not buying stuff we don't need. But I just go through each day. So we've got cottage cheese, toast, egg, fruit. I know I don't need bread for my own toast. I have like a whole loaf of the Grain-tastic that I barely touched. I know I will need eggs, fruit. I will just buy like whatever looks good. So I usually just write fruit so I don't forget, because if I do not write things down, I will forget them. I will. And as you can see, I've pretty much not needed any meat. I will have to put some chicken on here. You'll notice I don't look at the sales before making my meal plan and stuff, because I like to shop from what I have, not from what I think I might be able to get at the store. I hate when I have to change my meal plan because they didn't have what I wanted. This happened this past week. I wanted chicken thighs for this meal on here, but Aldi didn't have chicken thighs. So I had to change it into breast, which is fine. It worked out. Luckily, I did have chicken. But I like to buy things, like I'll go tomorrow and I'll get steak and chicken and stuff, but if they have other meat that's on sale, I will buy it and throw it in my freezer, and then I have it and I can meal plan around that later. I like to do that mostly with my meat. With everything else, it doesn't really matter to me if it's like on super sale, but like that's why I can easily change the produce and the sides for like vegetables and stuff based on what's on sale. Like that's not that big of a deal to me. But if my meat is not on sale or they don't have it, then it like throws a wrench in my whole entire plan and it stresses me out. So I prefer just to make my meal plan based on what I already have. That way if they're out of something like that, it's really no big deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the grocery list and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here is the grocery list I have come up with to go with the meal plan. I always try to meal plan and make the grocery list at least the day before. Then I can add to it as I think of things or as the rest of my family thinks of things. But this is what I've got. I'm sure I'm missing something, but not anything that goes with the main meals that we'll be having this week. I went through and looked at everything that I had a recipe for and wrote down anything we did not have on hand. So we will be covered on the dinner front. We might run out of snacks or something else, but at least we have everything for the dinners. Meal planning like this is really helpful for me. I used to not meal plan at all, and I would just go to the store and buy random things and then not know what to make at all. So meal planning has really helped me. My biggest tip is to shop from what you already have on hand and try to meal plan around that. Just whether it's in your pantry or stuff. I don't usually have a lot of stuff in my cabinets just because we don't have a lot of space. But if you are someone who buys a lot of stuff like and have it in your pantry in bulk, try to shop from there. Write that stuff down. If you know you have a bunch of spaghetti sauce, put spaghetti on the meal plan. That's my biggest tip when it comes to meal planning, is to shop from what you already have and then fill in with whatever else you need. And then also, to get ideas, my biggest tip is just to save things throughout the week that look good to you, and then you can go back to them. Whenever I sit down and do my meal planning, I've always got my phone and I can scroll through Pinterest or TikTok or Instagram, and my tip with that is to make sure you have a folder on each of those. You can make like little collections of food or recipes, whatever you want to call it. I do the same thing with YouTube, although I don't find most of my videos or most of my like meal inspiration on YouTube anymore. I just don't sit down and watch YouTube like that as much as I used to. I'll have it playing in the background, but mostly it's not like food related content. So yeah, I find most of my food related recipes and all that from Pinterest, Instagram, TikTok, and then just cookbooks. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope it was helpful for those of you that are always asking me questions about how I meal plan and what I use and all of that. I hope it was helpful for you. I feel like I am always like kind of like scatterbrained and all over the place when I film videos like this. So I hope I answered all of your questions, but if you do have any more, you can leave them in the comments down below and I will try to answer them. I hope you'll have a great rest of the week and a great weekend, and I will see you on Sunday for the What's for Dinner. Bye.